Hello YouTube and welcome to Go Girl Gaming, EQ2, and FrostFell. For those of us who are really interested in housing and crafting, this is definitely the season to be in EQ2. It started yesterday and it runs through, I believe, January 8th. So there is a lot, and I mean a lot to see and do, and most importantly craft. So let's get started. This is the first quest that you can pick up.
Well met.
In Kinos. There are also quests in the other cities, like I'm going to go and grab some in Hasla.
Well met.
So, here we go.
I found that the right amount of patience and enthusiasm can open almost
So
any door.
I'm never sure how well people can see, particularly on smaller applications. That's why a lot of times I'll read it. So she's just saying, I'm so glad you showed up, Emily. Hopefully you can save our leader and our home. We are starting to get real sad. So what's the problem exactly? And a lot of times with these quests, you can choose different responses depending on your personality. Some of the quest chain verbiage is their writers are quite amusing, so get a kick out of those. So we need you because our leader, Lord Bowsprite, has disappeared and our home has been taken over. We have no idea what to do without his strong leadership. He is the most honorable, noblest of elves. He takes care of all of us, tells us what to do when we are sad or confused, and he makes us laugh. He is the bestest leader ever. With the meanie pants green fella living in our home and Lord Bowsprite missing, we have no clue what to do. Apparently this is the short version of elves as opposed to the high elves and wood elves you see walking around. So anyway, do you know where he could be? We know for sure it was those mean goblins, but we don't know where they took him or why. The greeny goblin that took over our home just showed up the other day. We tried to hug him, but he got really cross and yelled at us. Then our home suddenly became downright freezing, and there are all these strange monsters roaming around. We all got very, very scared. We think maybe that mean old goblin brought them. We need Lord Bowsprite to tell us what to do. So we're going to go with, well, I can help you find him. Do you know which goblins took him? And of course, the bottom one will always just get you out of it. Well, there is another Ratanga, very festively dressed. So sorry, I just got to take a moment and check him out. That is very festive. I like that. Anyway, we don't know. There are so many tribes of them. The Fubby Fuzzers, the Hammy Housers, the Runny Eyes, the Sneaky Sniffers, the Pick Claws, the Giggle Gibbers, the Swami Swimmers. I just don't know. The only clue I have is the Greenie that has taken over our land kept talking about making gold and strange schemes. He wasn't very smart neither. What exactly did he say about gold and schemes? Let me think. He said something like, spinning numbers, spin real fast. They lose lots of money and then they gasp. Gold, silver, platinum, please. If you win, then we sneeze. We thought it was the silliest song. It made us all laugh real hard. So we started singing it with him and dancing around, but I think it made him madder. Greenie gobs are so weird. So, well, there is a good chance it's one of the giggle gibbers might know something about this. That's definitely the first thing that comes to mind. So for completing these quests, this part of the quest anyway, it is a chain. These are the various items I can get. Many of these are house items, hence why this is a fantastic time of the year. And even if you choose to take the frozen tokens, those you can purchase a lot of housing items. So I'm going to accept this quest. Hurry quick and let us know when you find our beloved Lord Bowsprite. So that is that. And now we are going to use the magic closet to go to FrostFell Wonderland. And as you can see, yesterday when I was doing this, there were actually 4. So a lot of people are enjoying FrostFell. When you start having multiple instances. So here we are, and here is another quest that I'm going to pick up. I'm not going to read through all of this. This is basically a dungeon that you can do, and it is another whole quest chain. Not the most exciting of quest chains, really. There is one part that's pretty funny, though. This is the part that's funny. You would need to get out safely. We would like to know the mission is a success without having to scrape you up with a shovel. So there we go. And I've done this on another tune already, and I believe this is not a new one. This is one that was probably done in previous years. So I picked up the Ice Axe of Glistening Hues. It's actually quite attractive on one tune already. See, there it is. Love that feature. And then you can also do the two-handed. Yeah. Let's see it a little better. Yeah. So those are... That's for that quest. I believe they're, let's see, nearby should be. Oh, and if you're wondering what the cloud and lightning and then words are above my head, that has to do with the racial quest. I finished it. Plus there's a part 2, which would be kind of cool. So I finished the very first one you can pick up in Kinos, and that was part of my end reward. And I'm harvesting these presents, which I probably should have waited and gotten the bag, because there is there are a good 58 items, not to mention fuels, I should say, harvestables that you can pick up. So unless you already have a very large bag, you're going to want to stop by, just check and see how much money I have, stop by a vendor and pick up the gift bag. These are all the things that you can buy, some with tokens, a lot. It's amazing how much you can actually buy with just in-game cash, including the recipes, which I'll be picking up shortly. But before I start snarfing up all the recipes, I want to get the bag. Where's that bag at? There it is. This FrostFell shopping bag. Awesome. So we are going to buy that. And then we have to replace the 3. And it is huge. So I'm going to actually move some stuff over. I'm going to use bag slot 3. Especially since it's empty. And I'm going to put it right here. Actually, you know what? I learned from last time. It's probably actually better to do it way over here, and you'll see why once I move it. Huge bag. So, but it's only for FrostFell harvestable, so do bear that in mind. I hate it when it does that. Sometimes you can just replace it, and sometimes you can't. Oh, I know, it's because it's harvest. So we are going to just move it out of the way. Put that there. Voila. Huge. So we're just going to move our little 8 slaughter there, and then as we collect stuff, we we'll move them there, and this is some of the stuff I collected already, so let's just move it over. And again, this is only for FrostFell harvestables. All your other harvestables, which you won't get any in here, it'll only be on FrostFell, will show up in your regular bag. But there are a couple things that I think I'm going to buy. I like the Santa hat. Just not sure what color I want. I don't like the way it fits on her head. I would have rather it sloped down some more, so we'll have to contemplate that. Oh, well, let's get this out of the way. There are lots of them, and when I go over to the crafting stations, oh my. You can only use the FrostFell crafting station. Now you can make them. We haven't figured out where you buy the recipe to make the actual stations, or purchase them. But I believe you have to make them. You have to be level 90 to make them. So you can make them and put them in your home. And I have a guildmate that is level 90 crafting. It's going to make them. There's only 3. They look like normal crafting stations, but and I know there are more recipes, just trying to find them. There we go. Now, even though if you read them, like it says scholarly pursuits, you would think a scribe would do them. As long as you have a high enough crafting level, any profession can make everything from FrostFell. Alright, so that looks like that's about it. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. I'm going to sort by price just to kind of make sure, because all these should probably that looks about right, and then there's snow globes and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to deal with those just yet, because of course you can make them. Level 30 is your best bet for crafting the FrostFell items. Let's see, or higher, of course. It can always be higher. And then while I'm here, you will see me stopping quite a bit and harvesting the presents, because that's where you get your mats. And I know what I'm looking for is maybe at the bottom, but I could have sworn it was at the top. There he is, this Giggle Gobber. This is pretty funny, his reaction. Now remember, all I'm going to say is remember Giggle Gibber, sorry. Is that the gentleman I'm looking for the tail of the Giggle Gobber goblins? I'm looking for Lord Bowsprite. So, of course he's going to ask me if I want to buy a ticket, but I'm going to say, what do you know about the disappearance of Lord Bowsprite? Lord who? I never met no one named Bowspit. Bowsprite, not Bowspit. Oh, well, I still don't know nothing about that elf. Who said it was an elf? Fess up, or I'll tell everyone the Giggle Gibber gambling game is rigged. Nose, you can't do that. Fine. Tells you everything. We have bowsprit at the super secret hideout, but you can't go there. No way. Tell me where it is. You don't want me to ruin your business, do you? Oh, a little oopsie there. Not sure. Uh-oh. He's not clicking. I was about to say, phew. I thought maybe I was getting a, that was obviously lag, but I thought maybe it was about to kick me off the server. So I'm just gonna finish this again. Do the same thing. You're gonna get me in a lot of trouble, you know. I'll tell you, but I don't exactly remember where it is. All I remember is the entrance is at the bottom of the water under the docks where the halfies and fairies play. We all have to take the boat to get there. That's all I'm going to tell you. Now goes away. So that's going to be part 2 of that quest chain. And right now we are just harvesting some presents on our way down. I don't think he does anything. I believe that vendor gives you the same stuff as the last ones, basically in case you don't run over to that side, because obviously I ran over to a corner as opposed to just straight down this ramp. And you can mount up. So, and the ice is slippery, so I'm going to avoid it for now. The new event for here is a race, and it is very challenging, and I highly recommend, if you have a friend or a guildmate, do it with a friend or guildmate. It's a lot easier that way, and you can accomplish it that way. I believe it's the Great Candy Cane Chase, I believe is the name of it. It's fun, but it's challenging. It's challenging and fun, so highly recommend it, and you can do it daily. Not saying that you can't do it as one person, but I find it easier with another person because it's a timed race. And again, it's on slippery ice, and you have to run through things. And there are things that will launch you into the air, things that will slow you down, so a fun challenge. And then you can get a daily present from this game, or I should say from this event. So I'm going to make my way over to there, and it's from Santa Glug. And I'm trying to see the best way to get there. So as long as I'm here, you're going to see me doing this a lot. So this is going to be basically, there's going to be a series of FrostFell videos, probably using different tunes as I've already recorded one video, but of course my program would convert it. So, been having lots of issues with that program, but and I believe I have to go over there. In spite of the map is a little off. So I want to do Santa Glub and see, I just want to see if it's per tune or per account that you get your daily gift. So, and it's every 18 hours, I do believe. So, yep, it's per tune. So if you are an alcoholic as I am. Okay, let's see what we get here. What did it say? An animated backpack or something? Oh, an animated snowpack. Oh, that should be interesting. So that's a house item. Okay, one of my other tunes, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I have a cat, maybe he'll play with it. Anyway, an in-game cat. And I have another tune that received a luscious red gumdrop, which follows you around, you know, glamour pet. Alrighty, so we still have a lot more to do. I mean, a lot more to do. There is so much to do. It's amazing. So we are just going to continue on with part 2 ad nauseum. And when you see me in part 2, I'm going to have one of the craftable outfits on. So please like, subscribe. If you're already an EQ2 player, enjoy FrostFell. If you're not an EQ2 player, this would be a good time to check it out, because FrostFell is a lot of fun, particularly if you're into housing. And there's contests too for housing decorations, for housing and crafting.